gonna do it, and let me tell you how. The issue is that obviously you get attached to a single person because you know they want to respond to you. That needs to be institutionalized at the state level. And so you need public information officers, not just for when there's ribbon cuttings and exciting things that are happening. We need a governor and we need senior level officials who are using the channels that people go to, not the boring website that is like dubbing all the time, is that we need to be on social media. We need to be on TikTok, we need to be on Instagram, we need to be on the channels that the older generation, the younger generation, and be pumping out information and collecting information. If you look at your legislative delegation, how many town hall meetings are happening? When affordable housing, when the bill was passed, there was a handful of people, more than a handful, who went to Trenton. How many of our residents are going to Trenton? You need to air those meetings. You need to open up the comments so that people are continuously pushing, and you need to hold legislators in the governor's office accountable that if you don't get a response or answer in 48 hours, that at a very, very bare minimum, you're going to get an acknowledgement of receipt. I am one person who has spammed so many of those forms, and it's like, thank you. I'm like, no, thank you. So at some point, I think we need to institutionalize the way that people and members of the public interact with state government and connect it much closer than the way that it is right now, because people feel comfortable coming to their local mayor about whatever issue that they have. They feel comfortable going to maybe some of their commissioners, maybe some of their legislators, but that has to be a priority, is that if we're going to be open and transparent, we need to be able to put out information. He was the staunch advocate for criticizing the Open Public Records Act, right? And taking away that from the public who actually wants to pay attention. What he didn't mention is the legislature is exempt. So we're playing by different sets of rules, and if you're trying to figure out ways to keep information from the public, it causes more questions. I think you get ahead of the message, share it with them, engage them in the process, and then at the end, hopefully we can have some level of consensus.